I'm trying something for the first time. I've decided that I want to try to make lemon curd. Lemon curd is like lemon preserves, and you can use it in a ton of different things. These 3 lemons are Meyer lemons that I grew on my very own lemon tree, and they are wonderfully ripe right now, and I'm going to be using 3 of them, the juice from all 3 and the zest from 1. So I've gotten out my microplane grater, and I'm using this to zest the lemon, and I want to make sure that I'm just taking the dark yellow part. We don't want any of the white pith that is bitter. We don't really want any of that. So just slowly rotate the lemon around on the microplane over whatever container you're using, and just work your way around as you get all of that lovely lemon zest. So here I've got beautiful zest ready to go. So I love using my homegrown lemons for recipes that require the zest because I know that there's been no pesticide sprayed on this. So when I'm using the zest, the outer part of the lemon, I know that I'm not getting anything that I don't really want in my body. So now that I have these ready, I'm going to go ahead and cut apart. Now there is my first look inside my beautiful Meyer lemon. Meyer lemons are sweeter than what you might imagine a lemon to be, which is lovely because you can actually just eat them like an orange. If you like sour, you know, if you're a Sour Patch Kids or a Warhead kind of guy, then you definitely would love to just eat Meyer lemons straight. If you sprinkle a little sugar on them, they're just divine. So we're gonna juice that all out. I've let these ripen on the tree until I was ready to use them, so they would be as juicy as possible. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, I have to decide if I'm gonna use all that pulp or not. It's a lot of beautiful, delicious pulp. And usually a lemon curd is not pulpy. Usually it's smooth and creamy. But I don't know. I hate to throw all that pulp away. Maybe I come up with another use for it. So I really want about, this recipe calls for about 1/3 cup of lemon juice. And I'm looking at what we've got here. And we've got solid 1/2 cup out of that 1 lemon. That's pretty amazing. So I think I'm actually gonna stop there and just use the 1 lemon and see how the recipe turns out, because it's my first time and I don't know. I'm gonna follow it exactly the way I want. I like the way it says right now, and then next time I'll have more lemons, I can try to tweak it. So I've got the juice there, I've got the zest ready to go. I also have 2/3 cup of sugar, and I need 4 egg yolks. So in order to separate the yolks, a lot of people use different ways. Some chefs used to use their fingers straight up. My mom always taught me to go and leave the yolk in the shell like this halfway, and then just dump it back into the other shell, and as you tip it, the white pours out. Now there is always the risk that you might puncture the yolk, so I don't know, I've been doing this for a long time and it never seems to fail. So now I've got that yolk, pull off that little bit right there. Great. And I'm going to put that yolk in the top of my double boiler. I'll get to that in just a second. Put those egg whites to the side for later. And as you can see here, I've got a glass bowl that I'm going to put over a pan with the water in it. You should not cook lemon curd directly on the heat because it will burn really easily. So in order to do a double boiler, I have pre-boiled some water in my kettle. I'm going to put like, I don't know, 2 inches of water in here. Let's see what that looks like. Then I've got the stove burner on high. I'm going to put that over the double boiler like this. And I'm gonna put the egg yolks, the sugar, the zest. Oh, that delicious zest, I can smell it. It's filling up the kitchen with a beautiful lemon scent, which is what I'm really looking for in this curd. Very exciting. And that juice, there we go, there's our liquid. So it only says I want a third of a cup, so I'm gonna go ahead and measure so we get this right. That is such a gorgeous color. A deeper yellow than you would get on the lemon juice from the store. Put that in there too. Beautiful. And I'm gonna grab my whisk. Scrape that off so we get everything. And I'm gonna wanna start to whisk this. And I'm gonna bring it all together. It's got that beautiful yellow color. So the water in the pot is on high heat right now, but as soon as it comes up to a rolling boil, there we go, I'm gonna turn it down to low and just keep it simmering. And that's gonna keep a nice, constant, lovely temperature. The recipe calls for a little salt, and this is where we're making a little change because my son has a dairy allergy, and so lemon curd usually is finished with butter, which makes it very luxurious. And I have not tried that yet. I know that would be delicious, but my son asked if I would make this first batch of lemon curd be dairy-free. It's not vegan because it has eggs, but it's dairy-free. And the way we're doing that, I looked online, and some people had success using the Earth Balance, which is my son's preferred butter substitute, and this is the soy-free version that is vegetable oils, palm oil. You want ones that have a really low water content because they react differently when you're trying to substitute a dairy-free for a butter. You want some that have a very low water content. I don't know if this is the lowest one, but it's the one we had on hand. So that's the one we're trying today. And I'm kind of happy that we're only going to be using one lemon so that if it doesn't go well, I can try it some other way. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's doing lovely. Okay. So we're going to keep whisking this. That's the key. It says to whisk this basically till your arm falls off. You're supposed to whisk until it's completely blended and then keep whisking until the curd cooks. Constant whisking is important, and it prevents the egg yolks from, what is it, like curdling? Is that the right word? Prevents the egg yolks from becoming egg yolks in the middle of what you're doing. So I don't know if egg yolks curdle the way, so usually associate that word with milk, but here we go. So we are whisking. This could be a while. But as I said, I am using this Earth Balance, and I'm looking to see, it has sodium added. So it's not a unsalted butter, which is what the recipe calls for. So the recipe calls for unsalted butter and then asks for me to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm using butter that's not unsalted, but maybe I'm just gonna put a little pinch in here like this. It's not 1/8 of a teaspoon, I'll put 2 pinches. I'm wavering from the recipe, folks. Constant whisking. Now this is where what I want to do is taste all of this beautiful pulp that's in here to figure out what I might do with that, or if I decide that I want to put it in no, maybe not. I think I'll make this one smooth and see how it goes. Maybe adding the pulp would add too much extra moisture. I don't want to do that. So I'll stick with the recipe. Maybe I could put the pulp in a beverage. That would be nice. So we're constantly whisking. And this could take 10 to 20 minutes depending on who you ask. So I'm going to pause and come back when things are starting to look different. Okay, so I think that we are up to about what we are looking for. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a spoon and I'm kind of just dipping it in here. And then if you can run your finger across the back of the spoon and the stripe stays, then that's supposed to be thick enough. And oh my gosh, I just tasted it. Oh baby. So once that is, it says, they say that you don't have to worry too much if it doesn't seem as thick as you will want it to be when it's done, because it's gonna thicken up as it cools. So I'm gonna pour this curd. Oh, sorry, I have to finish it. We're gonna take this off the heat. Okay. And I will get my trivet here, slide that back. Actually, I can just keep using the pan I've already used. That way I don't have to get anything else dirty. Yay! Okay, I've got a glass cutting board. Not too hot. Don't burn yourself on the steam. That's always a bad idea. I'm gonna move that steaming pan out of the way. So now I've got my lemon curd here in, and then what you're supposed to do is take the butter and whisk it into the curd. And what I have here are 6 separate little tablespoons, because it calls for 6 tablespoons of butter. Like, holy moly. All right. And 6 tablespoons of butter. All right, so they're all in there. We're doing it. 6 tablespoons. And it says to whisk it in, and the heat from the curd will melt the butter. And this is supposed to make it super velvety and smooth. Well, it melted and whisked right in. No problems at all. Let me just get another tasting spoon. Okay. And oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, the difference between butter and no butter, and again, this is a soy-free, dairy-free margarine. Baby, it is luscious in a way that it was more like a lemon pudding before. Now it's much more luscious. So I am going to be putting that into a small canning jar. My family has started using these for everything lately, not only canning, but also we use them for drinking glasses and storing leftovers. Okay, so I've got that in there. Give it a little swipe so it doesn't drip, because I don't want to lose any. And then I'm going to get another one, because I didn't know how much it would be. I don't think this one will fill, but this will be the one we eat now. Okay. I'm going to grab my handy dandy silicone scraper. My loving husband got me a little set of silicone utensils with like 5 different kinds of scrapers and a spoon and a basting brush and all kinds of just mini utensils like this, as like one of a stocking stuffer for the holidays, and just not something I would ever buy myself, but it's come in so handy. So there's that. Oh no, there's drips on the outside. Whatever will we do? So I've got this delicious lemon curd. You can see here. Now we can use this for the filling for crepes. You can spread it on scones. You can use it in lemon bars or lemon meringue pie, or I don't know, eat it with a spoon, pour it over ice cream. I don't know, but I want to drink this, and I can't wait to share it with my family. Made from my lemons that I grew myself. Yay! Thanks for watching. I think this was a success. First time tried, first time success.